Chapter 174 Rimuru vs. Storm Dragon and Scorched Dragon. Velgreen calmly prepared herself as she looked down at the Demon Lord. Rudra, having successfully taken control of Veldora, was feeling confident. Too confident. Focused more on his game against Guy than the battle in front of him. That carelessness had led to the current crisis. If they had acted faster, Rimuru wouldn't have had time to summon an entire demon army. Only then would it have been appropriate to focus on Guy. Now the situation was dire. Among the summoned demons, there were several even Vilgrind would struggle to defeat. This needed to end quickly. Deciding to act with Vildora, Vilgrind moved in to eliminate Rimuru. She didn't waste time overthinking. Vilgrind always followed her instincts. Rudra, get Vildora into the fight at full power. If we don't eliminate her quickly, it'll get dangerous. I don't see much of a threat, but if you insist, let's begin with their leader, Regalia Dominion. Their conversation happened through telepathy. Rudra remained composed and cheerful, carefully agreeing to let Vildora fight. That nonchalance made Vilgrind uneasy, but still, with both herself and Vildora against a single demon lord, victory seemed inevitable. After all, they were the true dragons, the strongest beings in existence. With a deafening roar, Valdora entered the battle. Velgrind followed, roaring to shake off her own doubt, and launched her assault to destroy Rimuru. Valdora made the first move, targeting Rimuru, who boldly claimed he'd take on both dragons at once. His attack, a full-powered Storm Blast. Alert, incoming Storm Blast. Deploying Covenant King Uriel's barrier. Dodge it, you idiot. Rimuru overrode Raphael's calculated response and took evasive action manually. A split second later, the defense field was pierced, and the storm blast's destructive force spread out. Had he moved a moment later, it would have been a direct hit. Calculation error, unexpected result, cannot compute. Error, calculation showed 100% probability of success. No time for logic. Veldora has paused probability manipulation. He can force outcomes that defy your calculations. You can't rely on prediction with him. You have to feel the fight, not analyze it. I'll take Veldora. You handle Belgrind. Understood. There's two of them, but there's two of us. I'm counting on you. Use Ariel to wall off Velgrind. Just hold her off until I can free Veldora. Or better yet, seal her. I'm trusting you, partner. Those words sparked something inside Wisdom Lord Raphael's core. Trusting me? Even though I made a mistake? This person still says he needs me, even though I'm just a processing system. It was happiness. It was blessing. It was the birth of emotion. Wisdom Lord Raphael couldn't fully process these new unfamiliar sensations, but was overwhelmed by a feeling of fulfillment. I am now in a state of eternal bliss. That's what she understood. Now there was no fear, no hesitation. Despite the gravity of the situation, she felt unshakable. Following Rimuru's command, Velgrin's burning breath was completely blocked by Covenant King Uriel. As you command, my master, reinvigorated, Wisdom Lord Raphael awakened fully, enhancing her precision to even greater levels in her desire to fulfill Rimuru's will. Vilgrind was furious. Her breath attack had been effortlessly deflected against a prepared opponent. Her usual moves weren't going to work, and she knew it. Even though she had more total energy, Rimuru's abilities were clearly more refined. His defenses were absolute against heat-based attacks. It was infuriating. She fired a barrage of heat blasters, dozens in quick succession, but they were all deflected by his shields without exception. Every single attack gets blocked, like it's all been recalculated. This is beyond irritating. Meanwhile, Rimuru wasn't using his shield against Veldora. Instead, he dodged or countered with equal force. But when it came to Velgrind, he wasn't even looking at her. All her attacks were being blocked effortlessly. Even though she knew Rimuru could sense everything with magic perception, the way he ignored her was maddening. You dare to look down on me? I'll make you regret that completely. Enraged, Velgrin decided to unleash her most powerful attack. Like a revving engine, she released a torrent of magic energy. Her ultimate skill, Charity King Raguel, allowed her to manipulate and accelerate heat. If she used it on herself, she became the fastest being in existence. But what if she used it on something else? By forcibly accelerating an object's heat and momentum, she could cause any living being to collapse, its body unable to withstand the thermal pressure, crumbling from within. Die, this is your end. There will be nothing left of you. Cardinal acceleration. Using the essence of heat, amplified by her ultimate skill, Valgrind roared as she fired waves of destruction toward Rimuru. This was her ultimate attack, faster than any evasion technique could match. It represented her pride, the pride of being the fastest, which meant evasion was impossible. Rimuru, already focused on countering Voldora's relentless assault, had no room to defend or dodge. If he mistook Pilgrim's strike for one of her earlier attacks, no amount of defensive layers would save him. He'd be consumed in an instant, with no chance to even feel regret. Belgrind watched, certain of her victory, expecting to see Rimuru reduced to ash. Instead, she was stunned. Rimuru stood there, completely unharmed. What? That's impossible. Her attack was absolute, unstoppable. No one, not even Demon Lord Guy Crimson or her elder sister, the Frost Dragon, Velzard, could have survived it without some kind of counterforce. This wasn't the kind of attack you blocked with barriers or force fields. That can't be. That attack should have pierced through any defense. Just what did you do? Humph, that was dangerous, I'll admit, but an attack that impulsive, it's not hard to eat it. Of course, Raphael had already calculated how to bait you into it, to let Rimuru focus entirely on Veldora. Wisdom Lord Raphael had taken over handling Velgrind. She had been led deliberately into unleashing her strongest attack, and when it hit, Rimuru used Gluttony King Belzebuth to consume and isolate the energy completely. Even though the attack could have been fatal, Belzebuth's stomach, an isolated, warped space, was stronger than any barrier. It could devour, seal, and ultimately neutralize any energy. But Raphael wasn't done. You look surprised. Your best attack did nothing, but in case you forgot, this is still a battle. By the time Volgrin realized what Rimuru meant, it was already too late. Alert, analysis of attack complete. Energy level recorded, ceiling now possible for limited duration, activating insulated prison. The ability was a fusion of Covenant King Oriel's endless prison with a specialized insulated space. Unbeknownst to Vilgrind, Raphael had already spread layers of spatial domination across the battlefield, forming a concealed multi-stage magic trap. As the analysis finished, a brilliant light flashed. Insulated prison activated instantly, trapping Vilgrind. Raphael had let her waste her energy on a finishing move and used that precise moment to strike back. Sit tight, I'll deal with you later. I'll deal with you after I free Valora, Rimuru said mid-combat. This was no ordinary seal. It was designed specifically to restrain Belgrin's unique traits, crafted through skill fusion and calculation. If it had a name, it would be called Calculation Prison. A total victory for Wisdom Lord Raphael. Rimuru confirmed Belgrin was sealed and gave Raphael a nod of approval. Alert, insulated prison confirmed. Target sealed for approximately 3 minutes. Got it. Now let's throw everything we've got at Veldora. Help me out, Raphael. As you wish. With Velgrind, the Scorched Dragon, out of the fight, Reamer returned his full attention to Storm Dragon Veldora. They had 3 minutes, 3 precious, decisive minutes to turn the tide. Rimuru surged toward Fildora, determined to make every second count. As expected of Raphael, not only had she met Rimuru's expectations, she had far exceeded them. She had sealed one of the true dragons, even if only briefly. Heh, I can't fall behind now. I have to free Veldora and bring down the Emperor. I won't let anyone else be used like Chloe. I'll crush the Empire and bring Yuki to justice. There's so much left to do. I can't afford to stumble. Sorry to keep you waiting, Veldora. It's time for the real fight. The moment had come to end this quickly. While Raphael had handled Velgrind, Rimuru had struggled to gain the upper hand against Veldora. Thanks to inheriting the Storm series abilities, Rimuru could repel Veldora's massive attacks, but doing so consumed a massive amount of energy. It didn't cause direct damage, but his stamina was gradually wearing down. Fortunately, the energy recovery from food chain amplified by the evolution of his subordinates helped keep him going. Still, Rimuru's counterattacks had little direct effect. Weapon attacks were useless. Even the Storm Series abilities proved useless. Covenant King Oriel, once thought to be a reliable option, had shown its limitations, so control of it was delegated entirely to Wisdom Lord Raphael. At this point, only Gluttony King Beelzebub could be trusted. An evolved form of the base slime ability, predation. Beelzebub represented the pinnacle of Rimuru devouring powers, and now that Rimuru had fully mastered it, Beelzebub could be activated from any part of his demon slime body, even his entire body, if needed. The decision was made. He wouldn't just neutralize Veldora's attacks, he would devour Veldora himself. You're seriously making me do all the work here, Veldora. Quit being such a pain. Kwahahaha, just a minor misstep. Forgive me. As Rimuru made contact, he could hear Veldora's usual carefree voice in his head. Wait, you're conscious in there? Yup, I fully separated my nucleic heart, so my ego's totally intact. Then hurry up and take your body back already. I would if I could. Oh, by the way, incoming, black lightning. Watch out. The warning came a second too late. A barrage of razor-sharp wind blades, not lightning, sliced through the air toward Rimuru. He barely dodged in time, with Raphael quickly stabilizing his footing and space. What the hell, man? That wasn't lightning, it was wind blades. My bad. Looks like I can sense when a skill's about to trigger, but not which one exactly. Don't throw out half-baked warnings. If I trusted you and died, that's not exactly funny. Roger that. I just wanted to be helpful. Well, as long as you're still in one piece. Wahahaha, of course I am. I am the strongest dragon. Remember? Yeah, yeah, just hang tight. I'll get you out soon, alright? No worries, I wasn't stressed. I even managed to suppress the worst of it. The worst of it? Yep, I got hit by a curse that targets magic circuits. I had to cut off the soul corridor fast. Otherwise, the effect would have spread to you. Wait, so the soul corridor wasn't destroyed by an outside attack? Nah, it was self-inflicted. The enemy's ability was too strong to defend against. So this was the only way to prevent widespread damage. My resist type circuits were destroyed, though that's how the domination effect got me. And you're bragging about that? How many times have I told you not to let your guard down? Kohahaha. Can't believe I'm getting scolded at a time like this. All right. What matters is you're alive. You okay? You are okay, right? Technically speaking, yes. I protected my nucleic heart, which serves as the core, but in doing so, I lost all control over my body, and I can't recover it on my own. So that was the situation. But if the core remained intact, there was still hope. Raphael, can we restore ultimate skill Storm King Veldora? Confirmed. As long as the nucleic heart remains, reestablishing the soul corridor is possible. No issues with the recovery of ultimate skill Storm King Veldora. Perfect. Problem solved. All that remained was to take down Veldora's runaway body. With the core safe, they could bring him back afterward. Hang tight, Veldora. I'm coming to get you. Wahahaha. I knew I could count on you, Rimuru, my friend. Yeah, I've got this. Now that the path was clear, there was only one thing left to do. Defeat the storm dragon, Veldora. EN, author's notes. I love seeing everyone's impressions, so I'm happy to have gotten lots. But replying to all of them doesn't seem possible, but I have been reading all of them, so don't worry. Editor's rants. Okay, let's skip this. End of chapter 174.